Hey YouTube, Anthony back at you with Here in My Office. We're at Here in My Office 73, and I wanted to give a quick update as usual. Can't believe it's been a week since my last my last my last video, and since my last video, I haven't had any phone calls with any banks or any companies. But what did happen is once again, the recruiter from Wells Fargo reached out and she said, this time she said, as I said last time in my last video, she sent me an email saying that she got positive feedback from the woman who I interviewed with, and I should be hearing from her in 1 to 2 weeks. And that was like 2 weeks ago. Well, a couple days ago, sometime last week, she gave me an email again, and she apologized for this taking so long, and she said that this person will be making up their mind this week. This week meaning now, the next several days between today's Monday, between now and Wednesday. And if I don't hear from her by Wednesday, to send an email to her. So I'm thinking, guys, I'm getting, multiple updates on a job that I interviewed for. I haven't gotten a rejection letter. So everybody I talk to about it says they think it sounds like a good thing. And I think it sounds like a good thing. So I'm a little bit mentally preparing myself for what I would have to do if I secured a job in Philadelphia that obviously due to COVID-19 would be work from home from the beginning. And my wife seems to think I can work from here in Buffalo, maybe after going to Philadelphia to get my computer and meet with some people. I don't know. I'm really, we're in unprecedented times, guys, and that includes the job search. So we'll see what they want to do. So I should know in the next couple days what the verdict is, and whether it's good or bad. I'll make a video just to let you guys know what's going on. If I got the job, I'll let you know what the offer was, what it pays. Again, I have a good idea what it pays. I think they said the Philadelphia area pays $155. With a 30% bonus, which is a very generous bonus, by the way. I never received a 30% bonus in my life. So, that would be really good. And so that's what's going on with the job search. I've been applying to jobs casually here and there. And again, like I said in my last video, I don't want the same thing to happen that happened with Charles Schwab, which was in Westlake, Texas. I'm going to make sure that the jobs that I apply to are in locations which I want to live in. And part of my reason not liking Texas is my wife, she gets medical marijuana. She's got the card. And Texas doesn't even have medical marijuana. So she'd have to go without her medicine. And she has fibromyalgia, and it helps with that. So I don't want to go to a state where it's totally outlawed and have to wait for that to be lifted if it ever is. So I'm being more picky about where I locate myself, which is still a lot of different locations. I'm still very open to a lot of different places. Just Texas isn't one of them. And I should have known better. I shouldn't have got that far down the process with Charles Schwab. I wasted my time having 2 rounds of interviews with them, only to back out of the process. So I don't want that to happen again, and I'm not going to let it. Well, in my last video, I had a comment from a guy who said, he asked me if I thought that my bipolar disorder is affecting my job search. And to be honest with you, my best guess is no. I know this because I've had successful interviews. When I have an interview, every interview I've had so far, I've gotten past the first round. So they're liking what they hear. It's not like I'm getting on these calls and babbling on, or not making any sense, or not telling them what they want to hear. The Wells Fargo one in particular, she even said, I had good answers. And she said that we were able to get through the interview in a good amount of time ahead of schedule because the answers that I was giving to her questions were what she was looking for. They were good answers, and she said something to that effect. That's not exactly what she said, but it was to that effect. So if I was being affected, now for me personally, when I'm affected by bipolar disorder, I have mania. I get rapid speech, racing thoughts, things like that. And if that happened to me on a job interview, I certainly would botch the interview. So I know that's why I know it's not affecting me because that's not happening on these calls. And if that did happen, if that ever became a problem, I would definitely speak to my doctor and get I'd probably increase my medication or something because it wouldn't be working anymore if I was having manic episodes on the drug. But if you're interested in if you're interested in the bipolar disorder, actually my number one viewed video, it has 11,000 views. It's I think I made it like a year ago, and it's a review of the drug that I'm taking. And I made like a 20-minute video on it and talked about my condition and what I went through and all that stuff. So if that interests you, check out my popular uploads. You'll see on my page, and it's one of those videos. It's the biggest viewed video I have. Which I wish here in my office got 11,000 views every time I made a video, but it's I guess me talking about my job search in my office is not as exciting as a review of a antipsychotic medication. So maybe I'll make another review of Risperdal, like Risperdal 1 year out. Actually, it's been more than a year. I've been on this stuff since summer of 2018, and we're coming into summer of 2020. So I've been on it for over a year and a half, and yeah, it doesn't. If I was feeling that uncomfortable in these interviews, if I was messing up interviews that badly, and things weren't going good, I would probably just say, for the sake of my own mental health, I'm not going to do these interviews and be done with it. But just so you know, I did try to file for disability right after my job loss on the grounds of having bipolar disorder, and I couldn't get on it. I got denied for disability, and for good reason, I guess. I am technically able to work. It hasn't impacted my ability to do Instacart, and that's another thing I want to talk about too, guys. So the bipolar thing. To the guy who commented, thanks for your comment, and keep watching the channel, and you'll see how my finance career goes. I encourage you to check out my very first Here in My Office video. I kind of just talked about my career and what I did and my finance degree and my MBA, my certified internal auditor, my time as a systems analyst, all that stuff. It's all discussed in that very first video. And then all the subsequent videos are basically kind of a video log of my job search experiences. Something else that's going on that we did, kudos to my wife. Just a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, she decided, instead of doing Instacart, we're going to go through this app called Dumpling and be business owners of a grocery delivery service. And the difference is the pay is about double. The work is more challenging because the app doesn't tell you the aisles where the groceries are located. The app is not as powerful as Instacart's. You don't have to scan the items, which is nice. But the thing for me, she does the shopping, I push the cart, and she pays me a percentage. I'm just taking a little 25% cut of all the money we make. And believe it or not, me taking 25% of what we're making now is more money than I was making doing the shopping before. I used to do 1 or 2 batches a day. And now we go out. One day we did like 7 batches, but now we do, like today we did 4. I don't think we have any on the schedule for tomorrow. Um, so the schedule fills out as days go by. Whenever a customer decides they want to put an order in, it'll pop up in the app, and it happens. We'll be sitting watching TV at night and be like, "Oh, we have another order for tomorrow." And don't ask me why it pays so much more money. It just does. There's like a $15 minimum. They leave Typically they leave like a 20% tip. Some people leave a 30% tip. And when you think about it, 30% of some orders are $300. So that's $90. So it adds up. It really does. Like today, one of our orders was $75. It was very rare to see a $75 order in Instacart. You might not see one for weeks. You might not see something that pays that much. Now, it seems like the minimum is like $30, $40, and the maximum it could go up to even like $100 with tip. And I guess the trade-off, the reason it pays more is maybe because as a business owner, you're having to do more of the work. The app is not as helpful, and yeah, she set it up, and we couldn't be happier. The only thing that I'm a little bummed out about is unlike Instacart, where you don't pick up a clientele, you just pick up batches, and whoever it goes to, that's who it goes to. Customers don't know who their Instacart driver is. It's different every time. It's like a pizza delivery. Now with Dumpling, and she named it Emily's Nom Delivery. Nom is in nom 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 nom, like nom food. Emily's Nom Delivery. You build up a customer base. So we have we have she has like 40 customers, and she advertises her business just like any other business on Facebook page. And if you look up Emily's Nom Delivery on Facebook, you'll find her Facebook page with her phone number and a link to the app, and you could place an order. So if you live in Western New York, we go within like a 20-mile radius of Buffalo. You could have us deliver your groceries for you if you want. And I know that it's hot right now because people don't want to go out because of coronavirus. But I don't see this coronavirus thing subsiding anytime soon. Um, I see that they're going to probably, I know that some states are reopening. They're doing a phased approach in reopening, and they're going to still maintain social distancing. So as long as that social distancing thing stays a thing, and there's no cure for COVID-19, I think the grocery delivery business is going to be up. So just for example, like when we did Instacart, I don't know, together between me and my wife, we would make like 80, maybe like $150 a day. We made $350 in one day on a busy day with Dumpling. It just pays that much more. And I did the math, and I said, oh my God, what if every day was this busy? And we did it 7 days a week. We'd be making $120,000 a year. So it's nothing to sniff at. Like it's really good gig money for a job that you don't need a bachelor's degree to do. You don't need any degree. You don't need a high school degree to do grocery delivery. Anybody could do it. So there's very low barriers to entry, and we've taken advantage of that. And the reason I think Instacart is a good place to get started, to learn stores, to learn how to do the grocery shopping thing. But we outgrew it. We got tired of the shitty paying batches. There's batches on Instacart that pay as little as $5. Now, I don't care if it's only 5 items. You know, you're still having to take your car, wear and tear on your car, spending money on gas. You still have to go to the store, and you still have to look for those 5 items. And sometimes things aren't very easy to find. And you might spend 15, 20 minutes in the store, and you're doing all this for $5. I mean, it's ridiculous. And we didn't really take the $5 batches, but I just want to let you know that's how low Instacart goes. Dumpling, on the other hand, $15 minimum, which $15 is like a typical Instacart order. And people are not ordering the minimum; they're ordering a lot more than that. So we're benefiting from that. And I also got other good news. Due to COVID-19. This COVID-19 is like the best thing that's ever happened to me, because the mortgage, the foreclosure process is halted, and we're making more money than ever doing grocery delivery. And I received a thing in the mail saying that I'm eligible for 3 more months of unemployment. And unemployment is like $400 a week. That's $400 a week that I don't have, and then I will have. So as long as I stay in New York, so it's April now, so May, June, July, or June, July, August. So I'm going to get unemployment into the summertime, into the middle of summer, the end of summer, actually. It's going to take me through the summer. So that's going to help tremendously. But it's not enough money to pay the mortgage. It still isn't. So we're still waiting on the lawsuit, and that's still in play. I don't have any updates on the lawsuit. I call my lawyer every day, waiting to see if they're going to pick up the phone, and they don't. And I mean, I have a good mind just to go down there and see them in person, because they're not answering their phone. Or I'll try my lawyer on his personal cell phone. I don't like doing that because he could be out at court or something, and this isn't an emergency. It's just asking for an update. But that's that. And like I said, lawsuit is supposed to settle in the fall of this year, which will, if it settles in September, that means it's been 2 years since the lawsuit began. So, it's had a good amount of time to cook, and I'm waiting for it to be done. But the best thing that could happen to me is this Wells Fargo job comes through. It pays the $150,000, like it says, like I was told that it might. And we only have one car right now because I lost my Range Rover when I lost my job. Oh yeah, and that's the next car I want to buy. I do want to get a Range Rover, a brand new Range Rover SUV. It's kind of going to be my gift to myself once I get my settlement. If I'm employed. If I'm not employed, that money is going to be used for rental properties. The cost of a Range Rover is like $120,000, and you could use that money for, you could buy a income producing rental property that can make you thousands of dollars a month just for the price of that truck. So if I'm still unemployed, I'm not going to be doing foolish things like buying very expensive luxury vehicles. I'm gonna be buckling down and just being happy that I have my settlement and I have enough money to pay my mortgage, and have enough money for some investment properties. But that also, having a bunch of investment properties is not going to be a full-time job. So I'm still going to have to find something to do. And if I pick up a bunch of rentals in Buffalo and the Wells Fargo thing doesn't happen, I'm going to be looking for something local in Buffalo, something that pays decent, maybe hopefully at least $100,000 to pad my income, so that I'd have my rental property income, and then I'll have my other income, and I'll have 2 streams of income to live my life. So yeah, and that's all I have, guys. That's it. So if you like this video, why don't you give me a thumbs up? If you don't like this video, I know you guys are out there who don't like these videos, which makes me wonder why you fucking watch them in the first place. But if you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. But any interaction, I'd rather have a thumbs down than nothing. I'd rather have something. So, and thing I like the most is getting comments. So, if like on my last video, the guy was asking me about my mental illness and how that impacts my job search. Those are good questions. So if you got any questions like that, or questions about the search or this lawsuit or any of that stuff, put it down in the comment section, and I respond to every comment. I'm such a small channel that I'm able to reply to everything. we're coming up on, we have like 180 subscribers. 100, I think we have 185 subscribers. So I'll make a thank you video when I get to 200. So we got 15 more people to go. So if you know anybody that likes content like this, also share my video, and that helps me out a lot too. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. The next video is either going to be the crushing defeat, where I lost my opportunity at Wells Fargo, or we're going to be partying because I got the job. And if I get the job, we'll be talking about going down there, and I most certainly will be making video logs of Philadelphia and the move and my life down there, and I could show you. I'm probably going to be starting out in an apartment because I have a house to sell here, and they're going to want me to start. So I'll probably go down there, get an apartment. I would like a high-rise apartment downtown until I get my house, which is when I get I have 3 German Shepherds. Once I get my house, that's in the long term. But I don't want to buy the house until I get the settlement, because if I'm in Philly and I have a job that pays me $200,000 a year, I'll be more inclined to use that cash from the settlement to put it down on the next house, put some of it down on the next house, and then put the rest of it in the bank, and we'll be back on our feet. So I'll make another video in the coming days. Like I said, today's Monday, and I'm supposed to hear something by Wednesday. And if I don't, I'm supposed to reach out to them. So that's what I'll be doing, and they've been pretty responsive. I should be able to get an answer and give you guys an update. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe. Stay away from the coronavirus. Bye, guys.